Alright, how's about we ignore the fact that my hair is all gone and I'm going to teach you a practice that could potentially be really, really useful for you if you um, create content or do work that requires you to generate your own ideas and, get your brain, even if you don't, get your brain to a point where it starts recovering from this constant mindless doom scrolling and content consumption. It's this practice will help you generate ideas and will help you, start letting your brain heal from the damage you've caused. Well, from chronic content consumption. So what are we gonna do? Your first step to do this will be to basically find or think of right now. I mean, obviously, you're not going to go anywhere at the second. We're going to go somewhere in a minute. A location in which usually, or at least for most of the time, it's dead quiet, or you can spend the time there in silence, right? So that's the first step. A place that's silent and that you won't get distracted by anyone. Like it could be somewhere in your house, like a different room or something like that. Although I wouldn't quite recommend that because, family members can walk in, you can get distracted by that. They can try and talk to you, which would break your focus. So you need a place in which you can be focused. For me, what I'm going to do is I'm currently in my student accommodation and I'm going to walk over to the library and go to the quiet top floor. And usually it's dead silent up there, or there's just a tiny bit of noise, but no one's actually speaking. And there's a lot of bright light, and I get to then sit down and focus, right? So if you think of a location like this, that's pretty good. Libraries, like I said, are pretty good. Maybe if it's nice weather for you, it's not really that good for me. Somewhere outside that's nice and quiet, but you can be in the house, but I'm trying to find something else. Never mind. You can be in the house, but there's a high chance that you can get distracted. So somewhere where you will ideally not get distracted. And what you're going to take with you there is a notebook, kind of like this one, just lined paper, nothing, or it doesn't even have to be, just paper. It doesn't have to be a notebook. I have this one, and I also have a bigger one, and I even have small ones, right? But it doesn't matter. Just a notebook on which you can write, preferably for like a little while, maybe like upwards of an hour, right? And you might think that, oh, this is just going to be journaling, and essentially it is just journaling, right? And I always struggled with journaling, but don't click off yet because I've got more tips to give you to how to make this work well. I always struggled with journaling because I could only do it for about a page or something like that, and it would always be like forcing myself to. But if you do it the way I'm going to show you, there's a decent chance that you'll actually enjoy it to the point where you'll want to do it, okay? So get your notebook or your paper or your whatever. Obviously bring a pen to write with, maybe two, just in case you're like one of those people that always gets unlucky and one of them runs out. And what then you're going to do is you're going to leave your phone at home. Don't take it with you. Don't even take any electronics with you. I'm going to leave my phone, hold up. I'm going to leave my phone right here. I've got it on the desk right here. And I'm leaving my laptop and everything. But what I am going to take is this watch I have here. I am going to have to... fucking exposure on the camera is set to the worst setting, so you can't actually see what I'm doing. Anyways, I've got this watch. I need to crank it up to actually make it work. And that's all I take. Analog clock or watch or whatever. And a notebook and a pen. And that's all we're going to take with us. And while we're at it, maybe take some water as well, depending on how long you want to stay there. I usually do like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours and a half. So right before I'm leaving, I'll get back to you with all the stuff I've got. Alright, so I literally had to turn all the lights on because the exposure was too low. Anyways, like I said, all I'm literally taking is this, there we are, this notebook here. I usually also take this big one over here because sometimes I want more space to write in. I've already got in my bag, I've got a pen and a highlighter. Just literally, the bare bones basics kind of stuff. But the important thing is that you leave your phone behind. So I'm literally leaving it on the desk over here. actually going to leave it to charge. This watch that I have, you actually have to crank up. It's like a really old... Fucking hell, you can't even see me. Stupid fucking camera, come on. What's going on here? Alright, can you see me now? There we are. There we are. Okay, finally. There we are. At least I'm in view now. Yeah, you need to like crank this one up. But normally I take like a digital watch, but I don't have one because it broke a few years ago. I need to set this to the right time. So I'll do that in my own time, and while I get going, I will show you where I get there and what to do, okay? Cool, I'll see you there. So the cool part about going and not really bringing any like tech with you is that you'll literally realize how this kind of weird irritation you had to do something else other than work goes away, and you can actually get the work done, which is awesome. So I highly recommend this. I'm just getting to the library now, so yep, I'm gonna have to shut up in a minute.
Third floor.
Okay, so I just got back. I would have filmed outside, but it was kind of raining and I didn't want to get the camera wet because I do not think that it's waterproof. Anyways, that was like about an hour and a half, according to my watch, of just constant writing. And then, yeah, I didn't even get distracted. I've done this a few times, and before that, obviously, I'd have to pause for a bit and stop writing and think for a while and whatnot. But that's normal, right? But I haven't even opened my phone yet. Here it is, since I came back. And the reason I didn't get distracted was obviously because I didn't have it there. I didn't have any technology or anything. And sometimes I was like, damn, I wish I had it so I could look something up or just check this thing. But then I just, in my writing, leave a little note saying, oh, look this up, check this, whatever. So it's not a big deal. And what that ends up resulting is you're giving yourself every day, or whenever you do this, however often, times of like quite intense focus that's ultimately just going to train your brain to do it more and more and reinforce that practice, right? So I just wanted to show you this and maybe do like a little video. But the point I'm trying to get is fucking hell. The point I'm trying to get at is that you do not and you shouldn't bring your devices and stuff when you're actually trying to do proper focused work. I know some work you need to do on a computer and that's kind of difficult, but eliminating the things that distract you will be the key to focus. It sounds kind of stupid and almost too obvious, but too many people believe that they need to bring their phone or need to bring their laptop, whereas you really don't. You can get away with doing everything the old-fashioned way just fine, and it'll all go fine. So, you know, I've got all these things written down on paper now, and obviously I have to turn them into something digital, because otherwise how else would you see it? But that's a different job. That's taken away from this, right? That's something I'll do one morning when that's the focus task. But if you need to use your brain like creatively, especially, or if you think you've just got so much clutter in your brain, this is how you do it. This is, without adding more problems, this is how you put it into paper and put your thoughts into words. Yeah, it'll be a healthy practice for your brain. I highly recommend it. Yeah, look back at some of my other videos if you find this sort of stuff interesting. I do a lot of different stuff, and I've started planning a lot more videos, especially today. I've got a few more planned from the work that I did. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this little thing, and I'll see you next time.